So I just got off the phone with a Lawrence Rael, so Mr. Lawrence Ted Rael. Now, he's compared with Robert Espinoza. Lawrence Rael was not as warm. Here in Costilla County, where you have 25% poverty rate, not just elderly, but also child poverty, 25% everybody. 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 people in Costilla County are poor. And Lawrence Ted Rael doesn't seem to have his only biggest issue, it seems like, is he really hates the off-gridder. He doesn't seem as warm and gentle as Robert Espinoza. Joe Doro Sanchez, Lawrence Ted Rael, and Robert Espinoza are competing for Pacheco's seat. So the current representative is Pacheco in District 1. So right now, Robert Espinoza has my vote. Lawrence Rael, I'm not for sure. It seems like his main thing is that he's against off-gridders. He's scapegoating the, white immigrant, right? He's like the reverse Donald Trump. It's not the brown immigrant that's the problem. It's the white immigrant that's the problem. Well, what about, righteous people? Does that not matter? If Costilla County isn't prepared to take care of her own children, then an influx of population would hurt. But an influx of population also means more tax revenue, also more diversity, i.e. stronger culture, stronger society. So Costilla County needs to be prepared to take care of their own kids. There's been a persistent 25% poverty rate here. Poorest county in the state of Colorado, Costilla County. So you have the poorest state. The children here are going to need jobs. They're going to need houses. They're going to need land. And if there's no jobs and houses and land for the, future of the locals, for the children of the locals of Costilla County, then yeah, an influx of population would hurt. But we're all in this together. We're all in this together. So my point is, you need to not only prepare for, some people moving in, but you need to take care of your own. You need to take care of your own kids. Do you have a homeless shelter here at Costilla County? If the person lived in Costilla County their whole life, graduated Costilla County schools, and they go homeless, do they have a homeless shelter that they go to? Robert Espinoza said that there's some men who have families who commit a petty crime during the wintertime to get themselves 3 hots in a cot, get them 3 square meals and a place to sleep. Why is it, are things that bad? Why are people that desperate? They're so desperate just to get, just to survive. They're going to, commit a petty crime. Who cares about their permanent record, right? Just keep on collecting all them petty crimes up just to make sure they can get, a meal. Well, that's no good. So there's, persistent poverty that's been around here. There's a culture of criminality that's around here. So I'm sure that can't help anybody, right? Lots of poor people, lots of crime, a lot of desperate people. And so they need to take care of their own people. There's a lot of cheap land. Why don't they, the county commissioners, if they truly care about the people of Costilla County, help them get their own land? Yeah, they'll get the cheap land that everybody else is kind of coming in here for, but it's gold to them, so maybe it'll be gold to the locals too. Maybe that's what the locals want, is they want their own, plot of land. That would help with poverty. Have, get the local folks their own land, get some program or some. So it seems it's not, I'm not going to vote for Lawrence Ted Rael, but if he gets in there, I'll have to talk to him. And whereas I asked for, that if I am entitled to the same EMS, fire, and police services as the rest of the county, he says no. He says no. So again, the opposite of Robert Espinoza. If there's no police in Chama and Mesita, well then, Lawrence Ted Rael don't matter. He don't care. Jaroso and Blanca and Fort Garland, right? The Garcia, if they don't have, EMS and fire and police, he don't mind. There's places in Costilla County that is okay to be ignored. The SLV ranches near Blanca, San Pedro, San Francisco, San Pablo, San Luis, La Valle, Rio Grande Ranchos. We're going to ignore them like they're not people too. There's also local folks that live in all these areas and live in these cities. When it comes to the county jurisdiction, their jurisdiction is in unincorporated areas, meaning San Luis and Blanca, they got their own police force, they got their own sovereignty. they already have their own police. So only if they need backup can the county police go into Blanca in San Luis, because, you know, they're their own cities, so they have their own government and they have their own police force. But the rest of the county is where the county has jurisdiction. So it's just like he wants to have power over people and, you know, control the budget. He says he's educated enough to be able to do the damn thing. It's not that I want just an educated person. I want someone who gives a damn. I want somebody who gives a damn. And he was pretty antagonistic. It was, you know, it's like, hey, man, I come here with good intentions and, you know, is there anything I could do to help? And, you know, and he just seemed to just kind of say, what, poverty? Well, poverty is everywhere, you know, and, you know, he was sitting there saying, well, these off-gridders come here and they, you know, cause a bunch of trouble, and maybe, you know, maybe some of that's true, but he's also sitting there saying, like, they need to pay more than their taxes. They already doubled the damn fees, and so really all you're doing is just charging the honest people, the people that are being honest, and actually doing the damn thing. So I paid over, you know, $1,000 to $2,000 in fees for Costilla County Planning and Zoning so far. So I've contributed to the tax base, you know, and I don't go around, you know, hurting people. So that's, you know, if you can't help people, don't do harm. That should be like the first rule we all learn as children. Don't harm other people. So I paid taxes. I've added to the, you know, contributed to the tax base, and I haven't harmed any other people, just minding my own business, trying to, you know, build myself the first house I've ever had, and it would be nice to, you know, actually have some security here. So, yeah, I think it's a little ridiculous that he's not doing it to help the poor people. He's not doing it to inspire people. He's not doing it to, you know, this is Lawrence Rael. Lawrence Rael is not running for office to, you know, make the world a better place, to, you know, in fact, you know, like what I just said, if you think it's the, you know, immigrant that's coming in here ruining everything, you're not prepared for your own children. So, because you're going to need houses and jobs and land for them too. If they don't have houses, land, yes, they'll resent us, but I'm saying get them some goddamn land, get them houses, get them jobs. And so, yeah, I mean, I just, he's scapegoating us. He's scapegoating the off-grid. He's scapegoating the people that come into Costilla County, who buys cheap land, who tries to make it out of nothing, who scrapes in this, you know, cold, windy desert, who scrapes together the little bit that they got to be able to make something out of themselves. I mean, that type of self-reliance, that type of, eventually that's what he's going to recommend to me, is I'm going to have to be, you know, just radically self-reliant. Just got to take care of myself and just be 100% independent. Don't ask nobody for nothing. He also claimed, Lawrence Rael, that they get all the grants that the federal government and the state government offer. Costilla County gets them all. How do you, they get all of them? I mean, some of them you have to dream up. And what about the hydroelectric, you know, grant? We haven't got the hydroelectric grant. We can get a hydroelectric plant here. Oh, you didn't write one up? So there's one grant, but he says all of them. Oh, we get all the grants so far. So he did say that he'd hear me out regarding my economic stimulus ideas. And but ultimately it seems like he wants to blame the off-gridders and just the off-gridders, and he wants the off-gridders to be paid, you know, tax them out of existence. But there's a lot of persistent problems that are in Costilla County, and I had nothing to do with any of them. So as much as you want to blame poor little, you know, John Masters out there by, you know, the Rio Canyon, there's all these coyotes, right? These mountain lions and bears. They're supposed to. I've never actually seen it, but coyotes. There's coyotes out here. So I got to, you know, fight the elements. It's cold, windy desert. These damn coyotes. And then on top of it, you know, just got to be on your own. If anything, maybe that's honest, right? I've always known my entire life as an American, you're on your own. You are on your own. So, yeah, Lawrence Rael, I just wanted to hear about his platform, what he was going to do for the, you know, county, the people. At first, I guess maybe I messed up because I kind of was being playful, and I said, what are you going to do for me? And he was like, for you, nothing. And then I said, well, what about the people of Costilla County? And then all of a sudden it changed, right? So yeah, I'm a voter too. I matter too. I told him, like, my mom thinks I'm special. So you might not think so, but I feel like, yeah, if you want to, if you're a great society, if you're a great civil society, and why wouldn't you want as many intellectual, passionate people that give a damn? Why wouldn't you want as many intelligent, progressive people as you could possibly get? I say, come on, come on. All you intelligent progressives who give a damn about other people, who have empathy, who care, come on. This is, I would love intelligent people, passionate intelligent people, more intelligent, passionate people, progressive people to, yeah, that's probably what I need. I need more intelligent, progressive friends. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say here. So, yeah, Lawrence Ted Rael, he picked up the phone. That says something. He talked to me, and when he told me that I couldn't get police protection, he's acting, well, we only got so much money. We can't, we can't just drive. It only a tank of gas, right? A tank of gas. What do you need? $30? I'll give you $30. You want just a, all I'm asking is for the, for the police to patrol at least once a month. Once a month. You have Chama and Mesita and San Paulo, all those cities. La Valley, Fort Garland, Garcia, San Luis, Santa Casa, Luvetti, San Francisco, San Pedro. So if he doesn't believe that the Rio Grande Ranchos are deserving of police protection, what about all the other cities? Chama, Mesita, San Pablo, La Valley, San Francisco. Only he gets the police, only he gets the services of the government, nobody else. I'm sure he could do the damn job. I'm sure he could pass a budget. He didn't seem to have any ideas of laws that he wants to pass, so he's not going to really change much or do much. He'll just be a placeholder. Even if you're a conservative, I wouldn't even know why you would vote for him, because he's not even saying we need to preserve this or that. He's just saying scapegoat, 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 scapegoat. And, fuck Donald Trump. Donald Trump's scapegoats, and he's a piece of shit for doing so. So I can understand the animosity because, the historical problem, but I'm a righteous white brother, so I'm an ally of the brown and black man. So, yeah, golly, I'm the one that says this is the Utes, right? This is the area of the Utes and the Apaches and the Comanches, and out of all the Native Americans around here, San Luis Valley had all the badasses. They had, the Navajo and the Kiowa, and they had the Hopi, and they had the Zuni. So the Apache, Comanche, Hopi, Zuni, right? Apache, Comanche. My God, these are some of the strongest Native American tribes. These are all Shawnee, right? Out of Kentucky, the Shawnee were the badasses. But here in the San Luis Valley, they had all the badasses. So that's the culture that I embrace, right? I don't care about the European cultures, the English, the Spanish, the European cultures. They don't mean much to me. So, yeah, I really love the Native American culture. So, I am an ally with the brown and black man. Well, we're all here, so we all got to live together, right? We got to figure this out. Yeah, now, I came from Europe, Africa, even Native Americans, 14,000 years, but they came in boats, right, like a long time ago. But, so what am I trying to say? I'm saying compared to Robert Espinosa is for job creation, job retention. He says about small businesses, maybe we need to, you don't know, that seems to be pretty big. But he's honest and genuine, gave me real solutions to my specific problems. And he says that we must address crime and we must address poverty. I believe he actually would listen to my stimulus ideas, and I feel like Lawrence Rael would probably reject my ideas just because I thought of them first. And, ultimately I don't even want the credit, so it's not even like, hey, you got to give me some credit here. I want, Costilla County to be a booming place. I want the economy to be good for each and every one of us. And so because there is a lot of desperation because of crime and poverty, then that means we have that much of a bigger issue that we need to confront here. And so as long as we're blaming this person and that group and we're just being racist, right, we're just being a bunch of racists saying it's that group of people and it's that group of people. We're not actually talking about the problems and what the solutions are to those problems. So what, you're going to try to prevent people from buying land? There's a lot of Europeans. How many people from Europe own land in Costilla County? So, there's something, a bunch of absentee landlords. A bunch of people buy land and then they don't do shit with it. So they're just rising, they're just raising the land cost around here, which makes it harder for the local person. So if you want to ban somebody, why would you allow foreign people to buy, you know, this soil. You're allowing Germans and the French and the English and the Spanish to buy this soil. And then you're going to get mad because somebody from Oklahoma, because somebody from, you know, Nevada wandered in and they said, hey, this, you know, cold-ass desert, this cheap land here, this is, you know, this is like my, you know, Great Valley. This is like my Garden of Eden. Yeah, there's nothing out here, and it's desolate, and it's dry and windy, and sand blows in your face, and there's rattlesnakes and coyotes. It's a cold, windy desert, 11 months of winter out here. So on top of all that, he's saying, I ain't going to help. So, yeah, Lawrence Rael, I appreciate his honesty. He talked to me, right? But compared to Robert Espinoza, a guy who gives a damn, a guy who's trying to reform, you know, the local folks around here saying, hey, quit being criminals and go get jobs, and he's a man of God, so he's, you know, chosen goodness, and he's going to work towards goodness, be good, honor good, spread good, loves peace, love, justice, a lot of virtues. So Robert Espinoza just spoke of, you know, respect and love, and he talked about job creation and job retention. He would hear me out. Lawrence Rael would hear me out, which, you know, I'll give him that credit, that I think that I could talk to the man, but he seems like he's just so, you know, just no. You're not going to do anything for anybody? Are you going to inspire anybody? No, you're going to call Tesla? You're going to call any companies, try to get factories in here? If we got some factories in here, that would, you know, that's job creation. That'd be not, no, you're not going to, what are you doing? What are you doing? So at least I know with Robert Espinoza, super nice, humble, decent man who actually has some, you know, wants to create jobs and have job retention. So he's got a backstop, right? And like I said, he's easier to talk to. So I'm going to have to talk to Joe Doro Sanchez next. Peace.